This video is brought to you by ncix.com. Great technology, selection, and service.
Hey, what you doing? What? Living room gaming. Full 5.5 inches. You call that gaming? This is 8-inch gaming. Oh yeah? 15.6 inches. I didn't think it had come down to this. Let me show you what real living room gaming is like. Enough with the intro already. Just do it! How big? 65 inches. Wait, why did you bleep me? I said 65.
Hey, hello everyone, I'm Dmitry with Uhd Canucks, and my face after unboxing this giant TV remained the same for the remainder of the time that I've spent with it. The goal was to see how something of this size in my tiny living room would work as a daily driver for content, but also explore all types of possibilities for gaming. So the first thing to cover with the Samsung Series 8 65-inch 4K Smart TV is the physical tour, and here I am next to it for scale. It's like a mini theater in your living room, and notice that it is a flat panel. And if you want to check out our experience with a curved 55-inch TV, it will be linked in the description below. Now, I'm absolutely impressed with just how thin these high-end TVs are, that they're a little bit thicker, closer to the center for this thin edge effect. The brushed aluminum frame at the front is beautiful, that's also curved around the bezel and is completely plain without any unwanted stamps, but a simple Samsung logo at the bottom center without any ambient power lights, and that SUHD indication in the top right. The TV stand also follows in line with a beautiful simple design with that long front aluminum support that's incredibly low profile, and the base extends all the way back. Because the front rail is more forward, it kind of helps to sort of visually elevate the TV so it doesn't look like it's right on the surface. Now, this SUHD indication doesn't mean better resolution of UHD. The native resolution here is 3840 by 2160 with support at 60 Hz. The SUHD format is Samsung's way to promote their higher-end models with this extra marketing inclusion to say that 4K content looks more vibrant, clear, and just processed better with their SUHD TVs. This is an LED backlit TV, which means black and white pixels won't compare to OLED TVs, but Samsung has done plenty to compensate for proper viewing experience with UHD dimming that controls brightness and contrast in multiple sections of the screen, and viewing content with native color profile delivered natural colors with perfect white balance. And I can say that because I made the video that I was watching, so I know exactly what to look for. In terms of connectivity at the back, the ports include a USB 3.0, which is perfect to play back media off a USB storage. Below that is a One Connect mini port that is a super convenient way to connect to the hub, so you don't need to handle any connections behind the TV and just plug and play stuff off this hub. Furthermore, we have a LAN port if you prefer to choose that over smart built-in Wi-Fi. And finally, component and video in jacks with audio out for speakers. Back to the One Connect Mini that is covered with brushed aluminum, nice touch, and this hub is pretty small. Here it is next to the One 2 for scale. On the side we find a pair of USB 2.0 ports, and on the back 4 HDMI 2.0 that are all HDCP 2.2 compliant. Then there's the optical audio and mini connect port for the TV. But it was time to start gaming on this thing, and I hooked up the Shield Android TV, which is capable of 4K video streaming, and has got some pretty awesome titles running off the Shield itself, like Half-Life 2. That was a pleasure to play through, although I'm no good with the controller. But here the 1080p signal of the game was upscaled with no artifacts that I could see, and so for any console players, 720p upscaled signal will look fairly sharp from a couch distance, but for optimal detail, 1080p or higher is of course recommended. Talos Principle just came out on the Shield, and getting to try that game upscaled looked fantastic, and here the frame rate wasn't so great, and enabling game mode on the TV allows for a slightly smoother picture, and it actually reduces input lag that is otherwise felt. But to experience true 4K gaming, I had to pull out the big guns, my SLI gaming station that you can check out the review of in the description below. Now I want to find out how the TV would handle itself in a PC environment, and enabling game mode and jumping into GTA 5. The world inside the game was truly beautiful at 4K resolution, plus at 60 Hz. It helps to achieve good enough refresh rate for this game, although I still could feel a little bit of input lag from the controller, so I won't be playing any first-person shooters with this TV in my living room. And I'm not talking about any competitive shooters, but the mouse aim is just not what I'm used to. However, racing games on this size is fantastic, letting me enjoy the large-scale environment and the view from the cockpit like I'm right there, plus the slight input lag wasn't much of an issue here. My gaming experience both on the Nvidia Shield and the PC were satisfactory for the refresh rate, vivid colors and rich contrast, and watching native 4K YouTube content was absolutely beautiful. The anti-glare coating on my setting, in my tiny living room that is, struggled to keep off the reflections, and in a brightly lit room, the TV brightness was fine, and reflections in the dark areas of the screen were muted but still noticeable. And so what I wanted to get out of this experience is whether or not we are ready to start talking about 4K gaming in the living room, utilizing a multi-purpose smart TV like this one for entertainment, which I think is the future of living room gaming. And while very demanding still to drive games at 4K, the upscale engines in these TVs is really good with satisfying results. And everything about this model indicates sort of future-proofing your investment in the way everything is handled, from the convenient Mini Connect hub, the amazing uniformity of such a large screen, the multiple ways to handle color presentation, and the smart remote that lets you interact with all the menus seamlessly. Plus the built-in smart hub is there, although in my experience it comes out disappointing with just lack of content and apps. And so the way we're noticing these TVs to emerge with multi-use is fantastic, and I thoroughly enjoyed the Series 8 model, and I cannot wait to try out the next generation TVs.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. All relevant content will be linked in the description below. Give us a like if you want to see more videos like this. I'm Dmitry with Uhd Canucks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.